What's going on, YouTube sword community? So one of the new subscribers for the channel had asked me to make a video on my current collection. Um, these are kind of just the blades that I've acquired over the past, like, I don't know, probably about a year now, honestly. Some of you guys know, like, I was into this hobby about 10 years ago. Um, had a YouTube cutting channel around that time. Deleted that, deleted all my videos. Got out of it for a while. Sold most of my swords. The only ones I ended up really keeping were the ones that were, they either had like sentimental value, and even some of those I didn't keep, and or they were just, beat to all hell, and I kept them for that reason also. But yeah, so this is my ham white Bushido Daisho. Some of you guys have seen the video I did on this. I got a great deal on this on Craigslist when I was doing a job right near the guy's house who was selling it. So I got to pick this up, and pretty much the same day that I bought it. So that was sweet. That's the only bummer part about ordering swords off the internet. You know what I mean? You gotta wait. Everybody knows the long sword wait. Everybody hates it. It sucks. But yeah, that's these guys. So we're gonna do a bunch of fucking jump cuts and shit in this video, I think, because I'm terrible at editing, and it's really the only way I know how to do it. So I'm gonna put these away, and then I'm gonna put something else on the screen. Bear with me. In my collection, this is actually a handmade sword, 1045. I believe Damascus blade. I've had the thing forever. It was one of the first swords I ever got. I got it. It had a cracked suka. Shit, I tried my hand at shaping a suka for it. I did it completely the wrong way. But, I was learning, and I got this thing for cheap, and I didn't mind fucking it up. And I definitely did. But I'm actually going to attempt to redo this here at some point the right way, now that I have a little more know-how in my older years. So I'm going to try to make this a little better. Obviously, the Saya, very similar to the Bushido, if not exactly the same design, just poorer execution. But really, this has been a great blade. I actually can't complain. Handmade sword, I would stay away from them. To be 100% honest, I wouldn't go buying one. The only reason I got this is because I got a good deal on it on Craigslist, and it was that instant gratification having it the same day. So I got that fucking 10 years ago from some guy off Craigslist who was like a martial arts practitioner. He had used it in the dojo and shit like that. It's a decent blade. It's nothing crazy. Like, obviously, I'm not fucking too pleased with whatever the fuck I did here. I don't know. That must have been too many beers or fucking something. I don't know. That's horrible. But yeah, so I've had this for fucking forever. So I've done a lot of shit to it. Like, I've learned a lot of shit just having this blade and being able to fucking fuck it up without giving a shit. You know what I mean? So that was actually a really good thing for me to have. It's nice to be able to fucking kind of teach yourself, but when you're working on something that you really love, you're like, oh shit, man, like I gotta be real careful with this. With this thing, it wasn't like that, obviously, as you can tell. As you can tell. But yeah, so really, really fun little project blade. The blade's actually been great. It's not worth the money that they charge, is where I was going with the whole handmade sword thing. Like, there's a lot of fucking blades can be had that do the exact same thing, probably better, and probably for less money. But yeah, this was an invaluable thing for me to have when I had it. So as ugly as it is, it was a great thing to have. So that being said, we'll move on to the next. This is another old one. This is another fucking probably 10-year-old blade. This, I have no idea who made this fucking thing. It's a Shinogi Zukuri with a Bohi. Obviously, it has seen better days. This thing has spent probably probably about 10 years in this fucking storage locker. This was also kind of like a Frankenstein blade for me. This one I got at Headline Smoke Shop, if any of you guys are familiar with that. Fucking 10 years ago, man. And I've done a lot of shit to this as well. One of my buddies gave me his stone, his bayonet stone, and I've used that on this. I just, sharpening techniques were learned on this thing as well as on the other one. So she's been used and abused. And then when I pulled her out of storage, I should have mentioned this about the last one too. When I pulled them out of storage, they both had a fucking pretty decent rust coat on them. Obviously, they weren't cared for very well. So I got all that off, and I got it back looking, as pretty as it can look for all the stupid shit that I did to it back in the day. But yeah, obviously she needs some TLC. So I got like a bunch of projects kind of. It's really why I dug these out of storage, was just so I could have some projects. And I kind of want to get better at Tsukamaki. So, I figured these would be great to learn on. Actually, I'm hesitant to even change this Ito because as ugly and as beat up as it looks, dude, it is so grippy and it's so comfortable. And like the shaping on the Tsuka is actually fucking great. If you can tell, it's really good. Fittings are pretty hard to, make out. I have absolutely no fucking clue what this thing is. If anybody wants to let me know, that'd be cool. But yeah, no idea who makes this blade. If one of you guys want to let me know, if you know, that would be cool. I mean, it is stock. I don't think I changed anything on it. So this is the way she looks. So if anybody knows what the fuck this thing is, drop it down in the comments or hit me up on Instagram, whatever. All right. On to the next. This is another one that I got real early. Another one that's like a 10-year-old blade. This one's been redone, rewrapped. Actually, Seth has one of these too, and he was saying that this is one of the blades Ninja Mixer used back in the day, which I never knew. This is one I picked up at a smoke shop also. And yeah, I got this. This was actually the first one I ever got. Literally the first one. And yeah, I got this at a smoke shop. I got it home, realized it was a straight fucking blade, and was so bummed, dude. But it's been a great blade. Been letting my stepson kind of use this one, and he's been liking it. He's been cutting stuff here and there with it. Yeah, man. Old and has seen better days, but still works. I forget who the fuck makes this. Seth would know better than I do. It's that budget Ninjato Seth. One of the ones you were saying Ninja Mixer had used before. This is that same model, obviously not fucking cared for. This one was actually under my house. I had it under my porch for fucking years and years, and this was another one I had to clean the rust off of. Still got some up with the Kasaki. Yeah, I had kids, and when I had my son, I had the swords in the house, and they made me nervous, so most of them went into storage. I think I took those to storage, and then I found I still had this one, and so I fucking panicked and like put it under my house. But she's back. She's been rewrapped. That used to be leather, so that might give you an indication of whatever the fuck it was. That's like a wave pattern. Whatever. Wave pattern, fucking square Suba. But yeah, that's her. It's another old blade. Sai is fucking smoked. Yeah, like I said, like all these blades I kept, I think I probably kept them because I couldn't sell them because they were so fucking smoked. But yeah, I don't like. It's the first one I ever had, man. So I mean, it's got a little fucking sentimental spot in my heart. You know what I mean? But that being said, on to the fucking next one, man. Ka-chow. All right, here's the next one. Munetoshi Yuki, Classic blade back in the day. Here's a Curry profile. Marketed as Sam Gokdo. Fantastic fucking lightweight trick cutter. This blade's super fragile. So if you whack something and you're not supposed to, it's probably going to get fucked up. So you will learn how to polish out shit that's wrong with it if you make a mistake with it. But it's a budget here as a Curry, which you don't see often. You can have this thing for $150 off Amazon or a John over at RVA. Pick your poison. Great blade. Done a lot of pool noodle stuff with this, a lot of paper stuff with this, and some water bottle stuff also. It's definitely my go-to for paper or for noodles. It just makes it so much easier than doing it with a Shinogi. You can definitely do it with a Shinogi, but the Heroes of Curry makes it a lot easier. It's just designed to cut light targets just better. It's less resistance going through the target. It's a slimmer profile. It just does that job very, very well. I don't like doing kata with it. I don't like doing draw cut practice with it either. It's just too light. I don't feel like it's worth practicing with at all. It's something you can really pick up an index without a problem regardless. So if you can swing around a sword that's twice as heavy, then you can definitely swing around this thing. It's so light it almost feels like a toy. So doing kata and stuff with it, it doesn't have the presence that I like to have when I'm doing something like that. So that's that. Definitely a one-trick pony in my opinion. Good for what it is, great at what it does, and what it does well. So not to take anything away from it. Munetoshi made a great sword back in the day. I wish they would come back with some of the models that they had. They were fantastic. That performance cutter, I actually had what they marketed as the Heroes of Curry years ago. That was a fantastic blade also. And all priced decently. Munetoshi was actually one of the reasons I think that that we have T10 blades now for the price that we have them, because before they were through the roof. And Munetoshi started putting out blades that were 1075 spring steel and 1060 differentially hardened stuff for a decent price, when Ronin Katana was still putting out that same through hardened dog shit 1060 sword that they've been selling for $300 for 10 years that hasn't been worth $300 in 10 years. But I digress. Munetoshi was definitely a great company. They sponsored a lot of cutting competitions and stuff. They were awesome. Really, Sword and Armory house brand is kind of what Munetoshi is. But yeah, man, they were great. I wish they would come back with some of those models again. I would love to see some of that stuff come back. With that being said, we're going to move on to the next one.